The sun is shining and it is a gorgeous day here in Wisconsin, which means only one thing. It's car show time. Good morning, everybody, from Beers and Gears here in Muskego, Wisconsin. We are on just one side of the building, and I cannot tell you guys how much stuff is here. The summer is in absolute full swing here in Greater Milwaukee, and I cannot wait to show you what is out here and just enjoying life. I mean, first and foremost, I always love a Hyundai Elantra N-Line. The thing is fire, but right next to it, check this out. We've got an R32 GTR chilling out, doing its thing, enjoying the sunshine. And then right next to that, we've got an S2000. The S2000 has its steering wheel on the wrong side, but you know what? We're still gonna give it credit for showing up and being here and being driven and just enjoying life. So yeah, there is a ton of stuff here, and let's get to it. And I really hope that I can record everything, because I'll show you our stage here. Right here has a DJ booth set up in the back. All right, if you remember our Nissan Stagia that was delivered to Continental Motors a few months ago, here it is now, and absolutely look at the unit that is in front of your eyes. This color is fantastic. He's a detailer, and he is putting some absolute work into making this car shine as brightly as possible. So this paint is coming back to life. It was definitely dingy. It was one of the dirtiest cars that I've ever come across when it showed up because of the salt on the roads, and now it looks fantastic. But look at the crowd. This crowd out here is phenomenal, and it is only growing. This is Supercar Saturday, so there is some JDM stuff here. It's a lot of American stuff, which is fine. But of course, as you can see in the background, I've got my van parked on the grass because they wanted all the Ks parked there. And unfortunately enough, a lot of the K owners ended up bringing their bigger engine cars. But check out the amount of bikes that are out here today, just enjoying life. This is fantastic. Oh, the tricolor Ninja, you got to appreciate that. But like, it goes all the way down the street, all the way around the front of the building, all the way around the back of the building. Got this absolute huge guy here. We've got our tri parked, and we just need to do a walk around because everybody needs to appreciate everything that is out here today. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, just seeing how healthy and how vibrant the Greater Milwaukee like car show scene is right now is wonderful, because we watched the entirety of that scene die in COVID, and it was just struggling to come back over the years. And like before, there'd be a handful of shows that you could prepare and plan and, you know, think about, but now there's multiples every single day. This is another one of these blissfully perfect local cars that is very much an if you know, you know. Prelude SI with the four-wheel steering. Absolutely pristine, 5-speed, 50,000 miles. GTR R35s are definitely represented today. Cadillacs, big Audis. This thing's amazing. Like, one of the best generations of Ford Ranger out here. It's definitely slammed with the Pizza Hut logo. Gotta appreciate that. Oh, hey. Always a good time for a Supra. Left-hand drive automatic, but look at this paint. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's got these like gold favored hollow flakes on it. Really, really nice. Brand new plates down there, and the fire extinguisher. I don't care if it's automatic. It's a Supra. Coolest generation. Very, very, very cool to see. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going around the back. What the heck? Look at this. It's just more cars. Outstanding. All right, huge shout out to whoever's bringing the Saab out here and is popping the hood on it. I mean, clearly it's been modified, but like, who's modifying a Saab? I mean, if you are, like, massive shout out to you. Got a Lexus, it's the GS. I just know this is the Celsior, so you'll have to forgive me that I don't know the alphabet soup that Toyota called these things in the US. We've got Rainbow Fleck Hollow NA Miata that is caged. Like, can you guys see this? Look at this Rainbow Hollow. Excellent. With the cage back there. Wow, somebody is autocrossing the heck out of this, and I appreciate it. And then over here, this NA actually belongs to my mother-in-law. And for years, she was just like, nobody wants to see a Miata. And I'm like, are you kidding? Look how clean this thing is. Everybody wants to see an NA Miata that is this clean and this driven. And she has a whopping, what, 49,000 miles on this thing. So, like, of course everybody wants to see a Mazda Miata NA original paint with less than 50,000 miles on it. And if you thought I was just going to forget about this stanced Celsior, then you are very wrong, because this is a C interior selection. So you got all the doilies, rear seat controls, and of course, because the air suspension on these things tends to crap out, this thing is slammed on hydraulics and stands to absolute heck and back, and I appreciate that. Like, the color of this car is phenomenal. The condition is wonderful. It's got the 1UZ in there. Oof, just a big V8. All right, switching to voiceover so that the music doesn't get me copyright struck. What we're looking at right here is a Lexus LFA. And if you are unfamiliar with this car, this was Toyota's love song to the enthusiast community the world over. They're extraordinarily rare. They are extraordinarily powerful. They are hand-built, and my goodness, just look at this thing. In fact, it's got the 2-digit JDM plate on there, which is fantastic, even though this is clearly a USDM car. And then right next to that, we have a GTR Alpha spec. So it's wonderful that we got the R35 generation here in the States, and these cars just make a statement. Guys, the wheels game on this R8. Look at this. Again, steering wheel's on the wrong side, but you got that 6-speed. You can't go wrong. Excellent color on these two. I mean, can you seriously go wrong with a yellow Honda? In any spec, in any version? But S2000, definitely up there. I feel like every time I take a break to talk to somebody, I'm missing out on something cool that comes and goes. But fortunately, we caught this. K-swapped Toyota Corolla. USDM. Oh, this is a Corolla. Okay, cool. Pop-out rear windows, awesome. Like the ventilated seats. That's so cool. Obviously non-original, I don't think. But the S2000 dash, that's awesome. You guys seeing this? Look at this. Full S2000 dash. This thing is built. This is amazing. This is a project of love right here. Truly outstanding. Good morning, Tiki fam. We are here in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the St. Teresa's Festival and Car Show. There are well over 200 cars here, and hopefully we'll do a walk around and I will show you guys exactly what's out here. But there is a lot of American muscle, which I know next to nothing about. But then again, there are some crazy 80s cars. You can't really see it, but like right here, there's a DeLorean here. There's a lot of Firebirds, a lot of just, you know, ghost cars from the 80s that I can't wait to show you. Some modern stuff like this bright orange, what, RS4? Yeah. Very cool. We got a Super 7 right here, all sorts of stuff. But you know what? We're here showing off the Atrai, talking about Tiki Bunny imports, talking about Japanese importing in general. But let's go around and check out what's out in the field. I'm going to try to do a speed run on this because there's obviously a ton of stuff to see. Full resto on this guy. Wow. Look at the before and after. But the amount of stuff that's just here is wild. But I think the only thing I can say is if you see your favorite, let me know what it is, because I think just about everything is here. XLR, that's not something you see every day by any stretch. The valve cover on this. Ooh. Wow, look at the interior resto. Like, old stuff, sure, whatever, but like when it's this kind of attention to detail, wow. That's what we're talking about. Now, one of the things that Kenosha, Wisconsin is famous for, obviously now, is AMC. And you're going to see a ton of AMC stuff here today, because this is, you know, Wisconsin car culture in a nutshell. Is this kind of stuff that you really don't see in any other part of the country. But it's still a major point of pride here in Wisconsin. Get the screaming chicken up front. Wow, the white interior, and it still looks this good. Wow. Look at this guy. Rambler in that wonderful, like, 50s era pink. Perfect. But it's this kind of stuff that just makes me happy. The Eagle wagon. One of the most slept on and forgotten about American vehicles of all time that just set so many things in motion. All right, story time. The X19 is actually the car that brought me back into the car community. Before I discovered JDM and the love of it, it was the X19 that shouted to me the loudest, and it said, "This is a cool car." And it's not a cool car because it's a classically cool car. It is a cool car because it's weird and it's wonderful and it's fun. And this is one of those cars I remember seeing in the 80s and being like, what is that? When, you know, so many shows were just, again, American stuff. A lot of, you know, classically quote-unquote boomer culture. We've got two really cool, always convertible. Oh wow, this one's for sale. Oh, the remote control one's for sale, lol. You know, I kind of unironically love the Prowler. Like, it's slow, but they swung for the fences and the style, and I gotta go with it. And then the Lotus 7. Just a very cool car, often imitated and pretty well duplicated, not gonna lie. Now, there is a JDM version of this called the Mitsuoka 01 that is a Super 7 body on a Mazda Miata NA chassis. So the Mazda Roadster, and they did a really good job with it. Pontiac Solstice. I'm all about it. I like these guys. Huge intake. Gotta love that. Very, very cool. The windshield that pops out. And this color. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkles in the... There you go. You can see it in the sunlight right there. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Spectacular job on this. Huge shifter. Look at this guy. Wow. Look at all the switches. Oh my gosh. Make dashes like that again, guys. Wow. Just legit all the way around. This crazy old tow truck with just so much patina on it. That tiny chain wheel. Oh my gosh, it's got like a 10-inch wheel on it. Carmen Gia, but this dude, look at this thing. I always love seeing the rat rods here. But again, this isn't low to the ground, it is on the ground. But just check out the interior of this, where the transmission is fully exposed. The back is just wood. This headliner is burlap. The steering wheel is literally a gear. Just the attention to detail in all of the right or possibly wrong ways. Can't tell you, but at the same time, this takes so much imagination and so much just love. I got to appreciate it for what it is. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Look at this thing. The Eldorado. Essentially just a rebadged Grand Am of the time. But it's in amazing shape for what it is. Wow. Alright, Mustangs aside, here's the real star of the show. Renault Alliance. Built right here in Kenosha by AMC.
What were you into?
One of the last, there you go, AMC badge right there. So you know that it's not a French car, it's actually built right here in Kenosha. Now again, these used to be everywhere. If you lived in the 80s, you couldn't avoid these. They were inexpensive cars that just everybody drove.
Because I was never happy with it, so I did it like 5 or 6
And then
times.
all of a sudden they were gone. I mean, the bumper sticker is a joke, but at the same time, so many of these they just rotted out and they just became ghost cars. So now when you see one around, you know, it's no longer just an economy car. It is something to be treasured because there's just none left. Look, everybody, there's a car here that is smaller than mine. And if you recognize this design, you'll recognize it as a Crosley. Recently famous on Grand Tour episodes. These guys are super duper bare bones, but they are spectacular little guys. Look at it's got the clock in the rear view mirror. If you can see that, that is absolutely excellent. Look at how thin the tires are. You think K vehicle tires are small? Look at this.
Why not be great?
What an absolutely epic little ride. And here we are at Kopp's Custard in Brookfield for cars and custard. Chilling out with you. Try. We do not yet have the food truck out, but that'll be coming up in another video really soon. Hopefully this one's going to be a little bit better than last year, because the show last year was amazing, but then we got home to a flooded house. So hopefully this one's going to be much more, let's say, low-key. So let's take a look and see what we got here. I think I've shown this a couple of times, but this is pretty much the only 400Z that I've seen around. And it's in one of the better colors. You know what? I'm just going to say it's probably the best color. But what a unit this thing is. Wow. And then over here, we have a Excelsior on Honda wheels, on Accord wheels. Look at this. But this, I think we've seen this one before too, because it's got the doilies. It's got like the full interior selection. So this is probably a version C. But I'm pretty sure that we've seen this one at Tiki HQ. But it's, it looks like it's changed owners at some point in time. So that's really cool to see. Always happy to see more JDM stuff in the world, especially out here in Wisconsin. But let's get down the other side and see what's over there. But the crowd, like just the extent of the crowd, this whole parking lot is packed to the gills. And it is pretty impressive. Look at this guy. The OG, the Celica Supra. Brown interior. Just a really snazzy car with an actual working sunroof. You do not see one of these every day. A little bit of paint fade on the hood, but that's pretty much the case with any JDM, anything, whether it's USDM or otherwise. Wow. 240 convertible. Not at all something you see. Wow. Really nice Cobra. But nicer beat. This one's apparently brand new to Wisconsin. It's definitely a little rough around the edges, but at the same time, he's got a plan for this to give it all the love. And with only 79,000 kilometers on here, I think he scored, especially with the QDC wheel. We're going to have to get a new radio in there, but it's got the spoilerette, It's got kind of like Watt clones in the back. It's got the big CBR muffler on it and everything, but like it's still a Beat. Like, I'll tell you right now, if you don't mind spending time and money on your car, the Honda Beat is the way, 100%. It's slow. It's a joyful thing to drive. Nobody is going to leave you alone at any point in time. It's just one of those cars that just draws all the right kinds of attention for all the right reasons. It might leave you stranded, but no matter what, it'll look good doing it. It's just, there's just something about that mid-engine just screaming behind your head that just makes for one of the best driving experiences on the planet. So Honda Beat, always go Honda Beat. A little bit of trivia. My first car was an 86 Thunderbird, 5.0 V8 up front. So these are the generation after and after that, you know, obviously big old boomer boards out front. Like, I kind of unironically like this car. Like, it's just so unloved. I get it, like, they're automatic. I get it, they're boomer magnets. Like, I get it, it's nostalgia bait, but at the same time, I just like it. I'm you know, really kind of partial to Thunderbirds because, again, it was my first car. But I don't know, there's just something that speaks to me about them in a big way, so I gotta go with it. So make fun of me in the comments all you want, it's worth it. And speaking of Thunderbirds, here's a couple of generations prior. Just not sure if it's the most iconic, but at the same time, it's still cool. Like this blue vinyl interior just looks super good, and this like blue that's almost gray, almost white. I don't know. I like Thunderbirds. Hate me if you want. I mean, obviously, JDM love is my go-to. But I don't hate Thunderbirds the way you think I might. So, there we go. Quick walk around of cars, coffee, and custard here in Brookfield. One of the coolest little shows. All right, finally over here in the shade. Everything's winding down, parking lot's emptying out. But what a day out here. It's been a while since I've been to a show this big in Wisconsin. There are well over 200 cars and bikes here. It's just a joy to see the community so alive and so vibrant and so healthy, and just the absolute staggering variety of cars that are out here. So if you ever wonder what car culture is like in the Midwest, it is thriving, and I cannot stress it enough that just because we're nowhere near a coast doesn't mean it is boring and dead out here. So there you go. Thanks everybody for joining me. We'll talk to you real soon in the next one, and it'll be something special, so stick with me.